What's up, YouTube? Back in 2020, God, I'm glad that was over. In October, after weeks and weeks of these really weird mystery vignettes, we finally figured out who this mystery woman was, and it is actually the return of Carmella. Once they made the official reveal, she came back to television and quickly put herself in the title picture attacking Sasha Banks before getting a title shot in the main event of SmackDown and at TLC. She didn't end up winning the championship, but she seemed to also have a new person by her side. Now with her new untouchable gimmick, which is actually pretty cool, honestly. Like, the entrance is dope, and like her whole basically being like a diva in like the women's wrestling era. It's kind of cool. She also has a sommelier. I had no idea what that was until he shut up. I don't even know what that really means. I'm gonna go with wine fetcher. Actually, I looked it up. It's a wine steward. Okay, so wine fetcher. He didn't have a name. He was just her wine fetcher until TLC. Then he got a name. His name's Reggie, now known as Reginald to the WWE universe, or Reggie as Corey Grace refers to him on commentary. He interferes in matches and basically helps Carmella get wins, and I mean, it works, also it doesn't. But for a wine fetcher, he's pretty athletic. Like, whoa. Dude, it took me about 2 weeks to actually figure out who this guy actually is. And what I found out was not what I expected at all. Like, this is crazy. This dude's pretty cool. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about who is Reginald, or Reggie, or the wine fetcher, sommelier, Carmella'S. Reginald's actually been signed to WWE for the last year, even though we just got introduced to him in October, as he was a part of the Performance Center class in January 2020. But we haven't really been able to see him wrestle too much because, you know, this thing called COVID-19 is kind of locked down the world and happiness. But when he was signed to WWE, he went by the name of Akeem Young, where he never appeared on NXT television, only house shows. And again, obviously that's probably kept to minimum because of COVID. And yeah, but his real name is actually Sidney Bateman, and he's a former Cirque Du Soleil performer, like an acrobat. I mean, I'm not surprised. The way he got out of the ring was really dope. But he's from St. Louis, has been an acrobatic performer since he graduated from Belmont High School. He grew up in the northern part of St. Louis, which was pretty much a rough area, to say the least, where he was raised by his grandmother and surrounded by his other 7 siblings. That's a lot of people, because his father was absent in his life, and unfortunately his mother passed away when he was 3 years old. At 11 years old, he entered the Circus Harmony program, later joining the St. Louis Arches. And moving on further into his life, he would join a Canadian acrobatic team, which led to him not just performing in Toronto, but also in Europe and South America. He's also a big proponent on being a family man while also still having his career, but he's had minimal WWE matches with the, growing pandemic. But Reggie has found a great way to showcase his skills, his crazy skills. But in the coming weeks, I'm sure WWE's gonna have to acknowledge the fact that this dude is so cool. He tweeted a picture of himself when he was 10 years old, and now with this message: from the kid that grew up in the gang in St. Louis to becoming an at WWE NXT superstar. That kid on the left would have never guessed in 10 years where he would be. Fall in love with the journey, because you'll never know the destination. And as we can tell on SmackDown, he certainly is doing that, because what a come up. I mean, the Cirque Du Soleil? But yeah, guys, that's the video. If you really enjoyed, in the comments down below, let me know your favorite Carmella match, because we don't have too many of Sidney or of Reggie, but we do have a lot of Carmella. So let me know your favorites in the comments down below. But make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe, and we outie.
We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.